Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. I'm fine, how are you? Today, I'm actually videotaping from my own home. We decided not to go out today. It's Fabulous Friday. And we're still talking about the letter T. So I have a story, I always have a story, and I also have a book about turtles and tortoises. So T is actually a favorite of mine. T also is a favorite of mine. Everything begins with T today. So I have a story. I have a book about turtle and tortoise. And I hope that you enjoy this. And both of those things begin with the letter T. Ta, 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 T. Turtle and tortoises are closely related reptiles. Their hard outer shells have always protected them from enemies, and they have been living on Earth since prehistoric times. Now, prehistoric means like when the dinosaurs were here. That's what prehistoric means. Turtles usually live in salt water and have flippers for swimming. Tortoises, now see, that's a turtle, this is a tortoise. Look at the tortoise shell, isn't that amazing? Tortoises usually live on land or in fresh water. They have legs rather than flippers and can walk quite well. This Galapagos tortoise is among the largest of the world's tortoises. It can grow to be over 3 feet long. So that would be as tall as long as one of you. The biggest turtles in the world are these giant leatherbacks. Found in most warm oceans, they are almost 9 feet long and can weigh more than 1,500 pounds. So that's pretty heavy. It's pretty big, 9 feet. Oh my goodness. The shells of these giant turtles are covered with smooth, leathery skin. Leatherbacks enjoy eating jellyfish. Do you remember us talking about jellyfish and how they can sting you? Wow, so leatherbacks eat them. Very interesting. Now this one, the name of this one always cracks me up. It's just a funny name. This loggerhead turtle, say it, loggerhead turtle. Isn't it funny? It just cracks me up. This loggerhead turtle gets its name because it has such a big head. It eats crabs, fish, mollusks, jellyfish, sponges, and seaweed. A big adult can weigh nearly 1,000 pounds. And that's the loggerhead over there, loggerhead. Green turtles live in most of the world's oceans. They can weigh up to 500 pounds and reach a length of about 4 feet. Oh, I say one of you is about 4 feet tall. So you can imagine that's about how big that turtle is. This green turtle is searching for food in the Australian Great Barrier Reef. Conservationists are trying to protect green turtles from being extinct. Now, that's a couple of big words, okay? So a conservationist is somebody who likes to take care of the living things on this earth. So it might be trees, like we were talking about trees, the animals. Conservationists take care of things. They like to make sure that everything is healthy and safe. And then the other thing is extinct. Do you remember we talked about extinct? If something is extinct, it means it's not here anymore. So these conservationists are making sure that these animals stay healthy so that we have them around for many, many, many years to come. So this one has a metal tag on its flipper so it can be studied by the scientists. So they'll follow this green turtle around and make sure that it's healthy, and they'll study it and they'll see what's good for it and what's bad for it or whatever. These green turtles are playing during the mating season. They live on green grasses and algae. Isn't it funny how they stack themselves up? Just like our other story. Do you remember after the tornado, all the turtles were stacked up? There was 10 of them. Remember that? Female turtles must come ashore to lay their eggs. Green turtles like this one migrate great distances. Migrate, that was another one of our important words, migrate. Migrate means to move somewhere else. Do you remember that word? To migrate means to move somewhere else. Okay. Green turtles like this one migrate great distances, but they always return to where they were born to lay their eggs. They always go back to where they were born. They have to find it. The females come ashore at night, for in the dark they are safer from enemies. They come in at high tide, so they will not have to walk too far to find a dry nesting place. Flippers are good for swimming, but not for walking. It's very hard for this sea turtle to move on land. But she walks until she finds a smooth place in the sand for her nest. Then she digs and digs until the top of her body is level with the surface. Can you see that? That's very interesting. So can you imagine, put your fingers together and then try to move yourself on the carpet. Try to move. Without, if your fingers are open, it's a lot easier. But if you're, especially if you're going through sand or the grass, and then put everything together like this, it's a lot harder to move. It's going to take her a long time to get to that nesting place. With her hind flippers, the mother digs a nesting pit. She lays as many as 200 eggs in it. These eggs are not like hen's eggs. They have a tough skin and they look like ping pong balls. When she has finished, she fills the nest pit with sand. She covers the eggs well so that hungry enemies will not find them. Then she slowly heads back to the water. By now the tide has gone out and the sun is up. She has a long and difficult journey back to the sea and back to safety. Safe in the warm, moist sand, the eggs incubate. A few months later, the tiny babies hatch and dig toward the surface. Isn't he cute? They usually emerge at night and head straight for the sea. Those that hatch in daylight are often eaten by ghost crabs or seagulls. Freshwater tortoises are close relatives of the sea turtles. They live in freshwater rivers and lakes. Their webbed feet and sharp claws make it easy for them to swim and also walk on land. This long-necked swamp tortoise is chasing a fish. Freshwater tortoises eat fish, pond insects, and snails. The freshwater tortoise in this picture is pulling its head and legs in its shell. Why do you think it would be doing that? He's pulling his head and his legs inside his shell. Right! He's doing that to protect himself from enemies on land. This is probably the world's rarest reptile. Only a few dozen of these short-necked swamp tortoises are still living. They can be found in Western Australia, so that's pretty far away from us, Australia. But they're pretty cool. Look at his shell. The giant Seychelles tortoise lives in the shady forests of the Seychelles Islands in the Indian Ocean. It is a plant-eating tortoise. Look at that guy. He's big. This Seychelles tortoise is taking some food from an islander. These tortoises are very tame because they live on islands where they have no enemies. Would you like to be doing that? Wouldn't that be cool? To be able to feed a big tortoise? That looks awesome. Look at his shell. Look how big he is. That was really cool. That was very interesting. Turtles and tortoises. So I have another book. And it tells me all about, now National Geographic Kids really puts out some awesome books. So if you can get your hands on any of these are really cool because they're nice fact finding books. So if you want to find out something about turtles, these are great books for it. Or any other thing that you're looking up or you're wondering about. So tons of turtles, oceans and lakes, deserts and forests, ponds and streams. Turtles live in many places. They live all over the world except in very cold areas. And this is the green sea turtle that we were talking about. And I sent you a link to find out more about turtles. And in that link, they have this 3D picture. And I did it with my phone. I clicked on it and I could look all the way around the sea turtle and check him out really good. He was just floating there. It's pretty cool. So I hope that Mom or Dad can click on that link for you and show you how it works. It's pretty cool. I didn't do it on my regular computer. I did it on my phone, so you have to check it out. So turtles are reptiles. Alligators, lizards, and snakes are reptiles too. Reptiles have scaly skin, and most reptiles lay eggs. There are more than 300 kinds of turtles. Many turtles live mostly in the water. These turtles have webbed feet or flippers to help them swim, and their shells are flatter than land turtles' shells are. So I have a little riddle. What is a turtle's favorite song? Can you guess? What is a turtle's favorite song? Jingle shells! I thought it was funny. All right, so the webbed feet, it's skin between the toes. The skin stretches out to look like a web. This guy's name is a Florida cooter. And this one is a baby green sea turtle. And this one is a loggerhead. Loggerhead. I don't know why that name just cracks me up. Other turtles live on land and they're called tortoises. Look at his shell. These turtles do not have webbed feet. They have stumpy legs for walking. And their shells are round and tall. So these are all the different parts of a turtle. So the turtle shell, it's a hard shell, and it protects the turtle just like a helmet, like you wear on your head to protect that computer in there. Well, the turtle shell is there to protect him. Also, a turtle has the beak. A turtle's beak can cause a nasty bite. This bite might scare a predator away. Do you remember what a predator is? I know Mason does. That's right. Right. A predator is somebody who's chasing the other animal to eat it, right? So that turtle might look like food to someone else, like a seagull or a ghost crab, and they want to eat it. So the turtle's protected by the shell, and they can tuck, tuck, tuck into their shell. Nostrils. A turtle has nostrils near the top of its beak. So that it can go under the water and just poke the nostrils out of the water so we can stay safe hidden under the water, and it can still breathe with its nostrils just tucked above the waterline. And then it has a neck and legs, and then here comes a real cool part. You see this right here? These are called scutes. Scutes are bony plates that protect some animals. Scutes, like the ones on a turtle's shell, make it harder for a predator to eat the turtle. So, do you see the pattern on the turtle? What I want you to do, I'm sending you a pattern to color in a turtle. And what I want you to do is make your own design of scutes on your turtle, okay? And then send me a picture. I love the pictures I'm getting of the work you're doing, and you're all doing an awesome job. We just finished our second week. So you're doing a great job. So this is the leatherback sea turtle, and they're the largest turtles, and they can grow to be 7 feet long. These are speckled tortoises, and they're the smallest turtles. They're only 2.5 inches long. That's pretty cool. And then turtles are the only animals that have both a backbone and a shell. So if you look at a turtle, now listen very carefully. If you ever see a turtle on the road, carefully have mom and dad stop the car safely and have them pick the turtle up from its sides, bottom and top. Watch your fingers. But you must pick it up from the bottom and the top, because if you look, that shell doesn't come off. It's actually part of the turtle's spine. Do you see that? It's all connected. So if you ever pick a turtle up, you want to make sure that you gather the whole turtle. You don't want to hurt it, right? So you would want to take the whole turtle. So if the turtle if you see it on the road, you're to walk it to the other side of the road and make sure that it's safe, but you want to make sure that you're pointing it in the direction that it was going, because it senses where it wants to go. You don't want to get it mixed up and turn it around the other way. Okay, so some turtles make sounds, like strange sounds that come, like the strange sounds that come from a leatherback. When they make sounds, they sound like they're burping. Do you wonder if they say, excuse me? So it's going to sound like they're burping. So if you hear something burping, you know that maybe it's a leatherback. Turtles can see colors. Red, orange, and yellow are colors they seem to like best. Giant tortoises can live longer than any other turtle. More than 100 years. One giant tortoise lives to be 152 years old. Now, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but this is a snapping turtle. So some turtles only eat plants, other turtles eat small animals, snails, worms, and insects are their favorite foods, and few kinds of turtles eat both plants and animals. Tiny turtles, this is a baby gopher tortoise. Baby turtles eat the same kinds of food as the adults eat. Babies can do this as soon as they hatch out of their eggs. So that's a good picture of their ping pong looking eggs that are real tough, right? This is an olive ridley sea turtle. Sea turtles are so cool. And then the eggs sit for many weeks, then tap, tap, crack, the eggs hatch. So a turtle has an egg tooth. It's called an egg tooth. And that's what helps them to break out of their shell. And then once they're out, the tiny turtles start to crawl and they're off. Where are they going? To the sea, right? Back to the sea. Doesn't that look cool? All those little baby turtles going back to the sea. Sea turtles live in warm oceans all over the world, and they have big flippers. The flippers help the sea turtles to swim. A sea turtle spends its whole life in the ocean, and it travels far. Terrific turtles. So this one's a funny one. This is called a pig-nosed turtle. Can you see why it's called a pig-nosed turtle? You see that pig nose right there? And this is called a mata-mata turtle. The mata-mata looks like a leaf. Doesn't that look like a leaf? So it's kind of like a camouflage. Do you remember what camouflage was? Blending in with your surroundings, right? So it's kind of like a camouflage that they use. This Galapagos tortoise can grow to be more than 5 feet long, and it weighs 550 pounds, but it only eats plants, so we don't have to worry about it hurting us, right? And then the neck on this one is so long that it can stretch out, grab passing animals, and eat them without them knowing. And then this is an alligator snapping turtle. Part of this huge turtle's tongue looks like a worm. Fish swim toward it. They think it's food, and then jump! The turtle grabs the dinner. So you can lend a helping hand. So some ways that you can help turtles. So enjoy watching turtles in the wild and don't keep them as pets. Learn as much about turtles and teach others what you learn. Pick up garbage such as plastic bags and balloons. These look like food to turtles, and turtles can get hurt if they eat the garbage. If you see, oh, look what I was just telling you, it's in the book. If you see a turtle near a road, ask an adult to help the turtle cross safely. always placed the turtle in the same direction it was going. Yep. So pretty cool, right? So these are some close-up views of different things. You see it? And there was a word bank in the back of the book. And we know that's not a money bank, it's a word bank. So all of these words fit into these pictures. So here's a hint. Number 1. This is the part of the turtle that bites. This is the part of the turtle that bites. Do you remember what it was? The beak. Hint number 2. Turtles lay these. Yep, eggs. Number 3. This place is for eggs. Do you remember? Do you remember where they lay their eggs? In a nest, just like birds, right? Except it's in the sand instead of with twigs and leaves and things. Number 4. These are near the top of a turtle's beak. Do you remember they can poke them outside the water? Do you remember what they're called? Nostrils. We have them too, right there. We have nostrils too, just like a turtle. Yep. Number 5. Hint. These bony plates make a turtle hard to eat. Do you remember what they're called? You're going to draw them today. Remember, you're going to make your own turtle. Scoots. Scoots. That's a cool word. Can you say it? Scoots. Number 6. Hint. This protects a turtle. What protects a turtle? Its shell. You're right. Okay. I might have said that wrong. No, I did. I got it right. I had to look at my word bank. So that was pretty cool. I think that was cool. So we're not in the classroom today, but I did think, you know, what else begins with letter T? Normally we'd be pretending we're turtles today and make a big shell and crawl around, and I would be the seagull trying to eat you, and you'd have to hide in your shell. So if you want, you can play that at home. Maybe you have a box you can use as a shell or a big piece of paper. But we can't do it, so that's okay. So instead, I was thinking, what else begins with letter T? Treat begins with letter T. Treat. And trail mix. So I thought maybe you could make your own trail mix. Do you want to come into my kitchen and I'll show you what I had? What I want you to do is just look in your cabinets and see what you have. So since we can't go out, all right? So I'm going to go into my kitchen here. This is my kitchen. And what I did was I went in my cabinet to try to find all different things that might be tasty in a trail mix. So this is what we have. I didn't have anything special because I didn't know I was going to make a trail mix. So I just thought, oh, let me go in my cabinet to see what I can mix up together. So Melissa had fruity Cheerios. I didn't have any Cheerios left, so I guess we're going to have to use fruity Cheerios. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of those in my mix. Yeah, they look good. I think that'd be good. And then I had some nuts. These are walnuts. I love walnuts. Walnuts are very good for you. I love them. So I'm going to put a couple of those in there. Now maybe you have some peanuts or something at home, or maybe you don't have peanuts at home. That's okay. Whatever you have that you like. It's small that kind of goes in the mix. And then I had raisins. I love raisins. Uh-oh. They might be all stuck together. Let's see. I have raisins. I can put some raisins in here. And maybe you have them, maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you have that little box of raisins that you bring to lunch bunch normally, right? So we're going to put some raisins there. Mine are all stuck together. Put some raisins in there. Let's see. There we go. And then I had some chocolate chips. I like making chocolate chip pancakes for my daughter. So we could add some chocolate chips in there. Ooh, this is going to be a nice treat. Begins with T and ends with T. Treat. Oh, I got chocolate is my favorite. And then Somebody put jelly beans on my table. I think it might have been Melissa. Put jelly beans. I mean, we could put jelly beans in there, right? I guess it would be like an M&M. Oh, maybe you have M&Ms. Do you think you have M&Ms? Maybe you have some M&Ms in there. Oh boy, is this a treat. We're gonna mix it up. Watch this. I'll put a lid on there. I'll just gently do it. And you can use any kind of cereal, any kind of nuts. Maybe you have M&Ms, raisins, just all those different kinds of little thingies. And then mix it up. And then maybe put it in a little bag or a bowl and take it with you and go on a walk and take your little trail mix with you. It's such a nice treat. I miss all of you, but hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. We have one more week to go. So knowing that we're not going to be in school for another week, I'm going to try to get some packets together and send them to you, or have you come and pick them, have your mom or dad pick them up, or grandma come pick them up. So I'm hoping that's going to happen on, I have to look at my calendar, Monday, okay? So I'm hoping, let's hope that we can get all this done. I'm gonna work really, really hard. I've been putting your alphabet books together so you can keep working on the letters. Because you have to catch up with letter S and letter T for your alphabet book. So I'm going to send those to you. You're going to have a lot of things to do, but I don't want you to do them all at one time. You're not doing them all at one time. I want you to take a little bit at a time and do it as you can, and try to get outside. It looks really nice out today. So happy Friday, and I'll talk to you again. Bye.